Hey guys, this is Brad from Blue Nile Farm. I want to welcome you to my premiere episode on what's coming up on my new YouTube series, and it's going to be called How to Start a Farm from Scratch. And, in 1995, I started doing my farm from scratch. I didn't have it handed to me by my parents. I had to go out and buy my own land, built everything, did land clearing, put it in the driveway, had the house built, had barns built, put in ponds, did so many different things over a course of 30 years uh, that I've actually got my farm up and running to where it actually produces a farm income. Now you don't have to go to that extreme, but that's something that I chose to do. And but I wanted to help people out because back in 1995, when I started off from scratch, I tried to ask around and try to get input from people. How do you go about doing this? And nobody really had an answer. So I'm hoping that I can create a series of episodes covering all different aspects of how to start farming, how to do research, um, how to kind of evolve. Because this farming business is an evolution. You may start and purchase a piece of property and eventually evolve uh, and look back and reflect where you started to where you actually end up. And you're always changing. And I morph all the time where bad things happen, and we always have to kind of readapt to the situation at hand. But I've had huge growth over the last 7 to 8 years in my business, and I think that that's something that um, is something that you may want to pursue or maybe not. But at least give you an idea of what it's like to have the country lifestyle and to really enjoy what you have. It's one of those things in my life that I'm glad that I did it. I feel really good uh, inside me because it's something that I really enjoy, and it was a fantasy of mine ever since I was a little kid. And I'm going to talk a lot about my personal take and my life story and who I am and what my channel is about through this episodes that I'm present because you'll kind of understand where I'm coming from on a lot of my videos. I started my YouTube journey in April of 2024, and when I started, I did a lot of how-to videos, and the videos were based upon what I was actually doing at the time. And unfortunately, you don't get the opportunity to see what happened when I first started and all the things I had to do and my evolution. So I'm kind of want to backtrack a little bit with this series to kind of explain to you what I did to start my farming operation, how I evolved from nothing, how I acquired my equipment, and went on from there. So just to give you a little bit of a basic background, I have a background in law enforcement, and that's what I've done for over 30 years. I'm ready to retire, and I used that as my full-time job to provide me with an income to start my farming endeavors. And my heart and soul has always been in farming. The cop job is more about a means to an end. It provides me income, but my heart would rather be on the farm. And I've always envisioned myself being able to quit my job and start farming full time. And, that's what I really wanted to do. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. And but I am getting close to retiring in the next few years. And when I do make that plunge, I am hoping to go right into doing my farming and use that as my main income stream. So, these videos that I'm presenting to you are things that I've learned along the way and things that I have achieved that allow me to move forward in those types of endeavors, which all relate around farming. And, when you start with nothing and then you accrue a lot over time, it's a good feeling when you look back at it. So for me, though, unfortunately, I don't have any kids to give it to. And when I'm dead, everything that I work for probably is going to be squalor and gone. And that's a sad thing. But until I die, this is what I enjoy to do, and I don't plan on ever giving it up. So that's kind of, in a nutshell, my life in the last 30 years. And, I'm going on 60 this year. And, I'm going to keep pushing forward. Now, my farm itself, where am I at and where am I going? I start my background. I've had every type of animal in my entire life that's basically farm related, from cows, sheep, pigs, horses, all of the above. I'm mostly a hay farmer. That's what I do. I farm about over 150 acres. My farm is a small farm. I actually only own 32 acres, and I don't have a lot of acreage. I basically rent fields from everybody else to expand my operation. I got into rebaling hay, and that became to be a very prolific event for me, and that's what started me off on my YouTube journey, is to talk about that. Um, I went from owning no equipment to owning, probably over $500,000 worth of equipment now over the years. And, I've had a tragedy this year with the barn falling down. And that's something that we're going to rebuild this year and maybe expand our operation. And that's something we'll be discussing. I also do horse boarding, been doing that for over 20 years. We've had anywhere between 20 and 30 horses generally on the property, and that was a major income stream. But I've also gotten to selling manure, doing topsoil screening. I do side jobs for land clearing for other people, and I've learned other ways to make money with what I actually have. And we're going to kind of cover all these types of things throughout, not only in my series, but also possibly in how to, start a farm from scratch, because that was my way of pursuing my dreams. So I'm just going to leave this in here, and hopefully you guys can follow my journey. I don't know how many episodes this is going to take. So far, I've just got started, and I have a long way to go. But if you want to, no matter if you're into farming or you're just curious, follow these episodes. I think you're going to like it. You're going to learn a little bit about me on the channel and who I am and what I'm all about. So hopefully you guys follow, and I'd like to get as much feedback on this series as possible. Normally I don't really ask for feedback, but if you guys really enjoy these videos and want to put your 2 cents in, I'd really like to hear it. Especially if it's constructive and it helps other people along the way, because we're all in the same boat. We all have dreams and all have fantasies, and it all depends on how far you want to pursue your dreams and fantasies, living a country lifestyle. So until next time, and hopefully you follow the series, I'll talk to you guys soon, and enjoy the video series. Hopefully it's very helpful to you guys, and you're very successful in your endeavors. So I will see you guys soon.